Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are talking about something that I have been getting so many messages and so many DMs about. Very valid, of course. Like, I wish I had someone at that stage to help me just like calm the nerves down and everything, because moving for college is a big deal, especially if you're moving away from home, which is what most of you are doing, and most of the people who are sending me messages. Um, I have a lot to say in this situation because I've left my house not once but twice, and I'm about to leave the third time. I understand where you stand in this situation and how overwhelming it can be. So I'm here to just like make it a little easier, try to make it a little easier for you. I hope this helps. If you do want to talk to me one on one and just like talk about what are the things you want to do at college, sort of evaluate what you're going to college for, because I wish someone did that with me when I was going to Flame, because there were a lot of things that I discovered when I went to Flame. Some things I had actively planned for, but there were certain things that if I knew earlier on, I could have planned better. And I'm a complete type A person. It would have helped. There's a link in my bio, or I'll link it down here as well, so that you can do what you need to do. Regardless of that, let's get into the video. College, when you first start, feels like you are uprooting your entire life. You're uprooting everything you've ever known and putting yourself in an uncomfortable space, in a space that you don't know, in a space that feels very, very adulty, but at the same time, very formal. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it better than that, but it feels like you're stripping away a big part of your identity. And let me tell you, and let me hold your hand when I tell you this, is that college helps you build that identity. Till now, with school, with wherever you were, right? You were borrowing an identity. You were borrowing the identity that your parents wanted you to have in some way or the other. You were borrowing the identity that your friends around you had. And those things, while they shape you in some way or the other, they're very important to use as a stepping stone. For me, when I went to college first, I was a very different person versus who came out of college. And that to me is one of the biggest achievements from college, because I became a person I recognized. And that's the first thing I will tell you about you moving away for college, is that you will have to let go parts of yourself that you've always seen. And maybe there will be some parts of yourself that you will be more connected to. And all that holds so much value because it'll teach you decision making, it'll teach you how to assess people, it'll teach you what it is in your life that you want and what it is that you don't want. And there's just so many things that you will learn about yourself, and you'll be able to build a relationship not just with new people, with new like personalities, but you'll be able to build a relationship with yourself, which to me is amazing to do at such a young age, because I have seen people go in their mid 20s, late 20s, and then figure out who they are. And these things add on, like they add on in the larger spectrum of things, because when you have to make big decisions and when you have to assess whether something is for you or not for you, and you don't know who you are, you feel lost. And I know how lost you can feel like that, because I've always been a very self-aware person. So from a very young age, I used to be very self-aware about what something was, when something was working for me and when something wasn't. um and whether that's a curse or a good thing, god knows. But yeah, so treat college as a great space to explore yourself, to explore things about yourself, to explore everything you could possibly do at that young age. But at the same time, remember that college is a very important part of your life, especially at a young age, and especially when you're someone who is building a career. um if you're someone who is joining a family business after you do your undergrad or something like that, that's also still very important, because you need to learn to build your identity within a self, within an already made space for you. And that will hold value. You may not see it right now, but you will see it when you are in that situation. Other than, of course, figuring out who you are and what your personality is, what are the things you like, what are the things you don't like, it's also important to learn to take care of yourself. I know this comes from a very very keen space of being very independent, and if I am that, I am that. I cannot explain it. I've always strived for a level of independence that will never strip away who I want to be in the future. It's always helped me become a better person. It has always helped me to rely on myself. And that's something that college teaches you. So I'm not going to sugarcoat this. You will have hard days. College isn't easy, especially in the first year. You get used to being in those spaces, you get familiarized with those spaces after a while. But first year tests you if you let it. And I am of the opinion that you should let it test you. You should let it beat you down if you need to. You should let it challenge you, because that that is exactly when you grow. That's exactly when you start to think so deeply about the things that you want in life and the things that are thrown at you and the things that you've always assumed to be a very you thing. So your reality changes. A lot of the things you think about change, and I think it's a good thing. I know we say that change is a very tough thing to, go through, and I'm myself going through it right now, which is why I think this is the perfect time for me to like actually talk about this. But change is very scary. Like, even after doing so much in my life of change, like specifically when change was a big factor, you know moving for college, doing a semester abroad, doing internships, like all these things were change, right? And every new change has brought something new into my life, something enriching into my life. At this current point, I am currently going through a huge change in my life where I'm changing an entire city. I'm moving for a job. And I I'm being so honest. I'll probably make a video on this later, but it's not been easy. The past week has been difficult for me to just digest, because this change feels too real. It feels like an upgrade to all the changes that I had before this. Like, college still had something, and then there was something, like, it kept adding on. But the only thing that I could keep telling myself was that I've done something hard before, I'll be able to do it again. And that is another point that you should very clearly remember. When you do hard things, when you do things that you did not think you could do, right? It serves as a precedent for when you have to do harder things. And then you realize that, oh, like, yes, this is a difficult situation. Yes, this is hard. Like, for me, for example, it's hard right now to like just leave and like start a new life and all of that. But the fact that I've done something before has given me so much more grace for myself to be like, hey, yes, your feelings are valid, that you are feeling this emotion of overwhelmingness and just everything, right? But you've got this because you've done this before. You know you've got this. And that holds a lot of value. A couple of other things that I'd want to tell you, and try to keep this as short as possible but as clear as possible. You will find all the advice you need to find about what apartments, or like if you're living on campus, then what bed sheets to buy and what this to do and what's your list and everything. You can figure all of that out. I'm not here for that. I can provide you those lists if you want, but I don't think those matter as much as what happens in here that matters, and the dialogue that you go through throughout the entire time that you're doing something new. Someone very dear to me told me this when I was going to college, and I think it'll help anyone else who's listening. It's a new chapter. You may be feeling nervous, and that's okay. But there should be at that hint of excitement. And your body apparently does not, I don't know if this is true, but your body does not know how to tell the difference between nervousness and excitement. Your head does. So change the narrative. If you are feeling, on a scale of 10, you're feeling a 5 on the nervousness, then the rest of the 5 is where? It's excitement. So, what I'm trying to say is that treat it like an experiment. Just put yourself out there. It'll be scary, it'll be tough, but trust me, it'll be so, so rewarding in the end. And I'm sure that you will come out of it feeling a lot prouder and a lot better about the decisions you've made. So I guess that's all I want to really tell you. I don't want to bog you down with too many things because I know certain emotions need to be felt in isolation, and these are one of those emotions. You just have to feel it. You just have to go through it, and you just have to believe that you can make it out of it, and you'll be fine. Like, it may take you a week, it may take you 2 weeks, it may take you a month, it may take you 3 months. It'll be your own timeline, and all you really need to do is just have little faith in yourself, one day at a time, and just focus on the main reason why you're there and why it's important for you to be there. And some decisions can be hard decisions, but they're not necessarily wrong decisions, and I think that's something that everyone needs to understand. So yeah, I'll leave you with that. And of course, meet new people, talk to new people, put yourself out there. Don't be scared. Don't be nervous that someone isn't going to like you because you say something, or is going to like you, and then you'll have to figure out whether you like them. All of this is something you don't need to figure out right now. Take it as it comes, take friendships as they come, but also don't lose who you are in the process, because that happens sometimes. We go to college, we want to fit in, we want to be someone that everybody likes, we want to be someone that everybody accepts. And I am telling you with personal experience, that's never going to happen. It does not matter. It truly does not matter. You need to figure out if you like yourself. And that, I think, is the biggest thing that you need to do at college. And of course, grow as a person. You want to come out of that college not just with a degree but with a full-fledged personality, and that matters. So yeah, I guess that's all. Of course, if any of you want to talk to me, if you want to just get like a little bit of a one-on-one, calm the nerves down, you know what to do. And other than that, all the very best. I hope college is way more than what you thought it was going to be, and it's more fulfilling than you ever thought it was going to be, because you deserve it and you've worked hard for it. So always remember that you're there for a reason, and don't let anyone ever tell you that you don't deserve to be in a room, because you do. And that's all. Well, all the best. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this video actually helped you, because I wish someone had made it for me. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.